Coming up on CHGO Wrestling, y'all. Jey Uso, the new tribal chief. AJ Lee has returned. We'll talk about that. Cena and Lesnar. I got Sean definitely has some thoughts. And AJ Styles dropping a cryptic message in his promo. We'll talk all about it. Coming up next. CHGO Wrestling in your eyeballs, in your ear holes, and every other orifice you got. We're in it because it's CHGO Wrestling. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us, man. I am Big Dave from CHGO Bulls. This awesome gentleman with another awesome shirt on is the special advocate, Greg Boysen. The man on the ones and twos per usual is our guy, DJ Sean Anderson from CHGO White Sox, who are on a hot streak. This is awesome.
All because of Sean Anderson.
All because of Sean Anderson,
yes.
Sir. Have you seen the work he's doing?
Yes.
There's no way to prove it's wrong.
Yeah, seriously.
They like making you happy because it produces a better show.
Yeah.
And they watch your show, so they're helping you out.
Sounds like logic to me.
Yeah, which means the Bulls must hate you.
No, they love Big Dave. They hate Peck.
It's Peck.
Yeah. No, actually,
It's all Peck?
it's probably Goat. They don't like him.
Hey.
Yeah.
He's
the GOAT.
No, they love the quaff, man. The quaff gets you in the door. You know what I mean? We'll see.
If anything, it's jealousy of the quaff.
That's another show.
I understand.
That's another topic for another day. We are talking wrestling, though, today.
It's my favorite Beastie Boys album, too. Jealousy of the Quaff.
Oh, my God. Right after License to Ill and Paul's Boutique.
Yeah.
Yeah,
good
that's
stuff.
the what. Thank y'all for joining us, man. CHGO Wrestling. We love doing this. It's awesome to do. We got a lot to get into. Cena and Brock Lesnar. We're going to talk about that. Our guy Sean has some thoughts on that. AJ Styles, cryptic message he dropped in his promo. We're going to talk about that for sure. The return of AJ Lee. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for joining us. Hit the like button. The more you like it, the more of these we can do. The more times you show up, the more we can do. So thank y'all for that. Big shout out to Sunnyside because they are awesome. Greg, I wanted to talk about this as soon as Raw kind of ended. I wanted to get into this topic. And that's Jey Uso and the Usos. We saw the Usos reunite. They will be going against the Vision, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed at WrestlePalooza. I still hate this name.
As you should.
Thank you very much. So I found it interesting, though, at the end when LA Knight lost the match, lost clean, too, to Bronson Reed with a jagged edge with his new move there. But at the end, when, you know, the rowdy dow and the hubbalub is going on in the ring.
The Gaga.
Yeah.
As Pat Patterson used to call
Yes,
it. The Gaga.
yes. When you see all that happening, Jey Uso spears LA Knight. And the first time we heard some fans, you know, kind of boo him a little bit for it. And, of course, his brother a little shocked. Messages and hits were dropped in that show because you heard Jimmy Uso say to him, you're starting to sound like Roman. You're starting to sound a little bit like him. And there's been, which is honestly the bloodline of how they've done it is the one thing for sure that I think most wrestling fans can't really argue about how they really done it. It's been an incredible job and a long story that they have told that is just, it pays off so well. But Roman has said things to him. Like, I remember him, it made me remember certain things that he has said to him in the past. Like, once you get the belt, you'll understand what this means. Once you get to this level, family is the only thing you can really trust. And it feels like he's, you know, kind of doing that, which leads me to ask the question, just looking at Jey Uso, seeing the moves that he's making, the popularity that he has and all this stuff, are they setting him up to be the next tribal chief?
I don't know. I mean, Roman's going to be gone for a little bit, filming his movie. I mean, injured because of Bronson Reed. And it feels like we've been here, done that a little bit. But it also feels to me that, like, they still don't know what to do with Jey Uso.
Okay.
Like, to me, a heel Jey Uso is a better Jey Uso. I always gravitate to the heels anyway, but I think
Fair point.
I think outside of the eating, what really was there to get excited about Jey Uso? Where if you put him heel and he can do some, heel like stuff, he was so much more effective in that way. But that was being Roman's, guy, Roman's,
Right hand man.
servant.
The right hand.
Yeah, go take a beat and help me win this match.
Yes,
so are they going to try and do something where, he steps into that role, and then when Roman does come back, towards the end of the year, you start that up again? Again, it just feels like they ended the bloodline, sort of. They kind of got it going with Solo. God, I totally blinked
Shout
there.
out Solo, man.
They kind of got it going, but not really. Is it really the bloodline if Roman's not involved? No, not in my world.
Fair point. Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. I don't I see where they take it before I get one way or the other.
Okay.
I just hope it's something somewhat original. Just don't keep rehashing the same thing.
Okay.
You did this once. It was really popular, but, sometimes you got to try something different. I'm all for an Uso heel turn. I think Jey Uso is naturally better as a heel.
Yeah.
Like, I think, when he does his heel stuff, I think it gets a better reaction from people.
Okay.
I think people are like, "Ooh, damn, that Jey Uso!" Like he,
Do you think it's a better reaction of him in the ring like that? Because like you said, the eating is crazy. Like people just want to celebrate that. Bro.
It is, and I mean, and they saw that, and they put the belt on him at WrestleMania. They gave him his huge moment. He earned it, and he definitely earned it. There's no doubt he didn't deserve that. I'm not arguing that, but it was like as soon as that happened, it was kind of like, yay, right down. And how long? It didn't take. How long did he have the belt? 3 months? 4 months?
Yeah, not too long. Too long.
I think they realized like that moment was awesome, and the eating is great.
It really is.
But then the bell rings, and that's not a world champion.
Okay. So do you see it more, him holding the belt more like as a heel? Like you can see it more so as a heel than him being a face in the ring?
To me, it would work better as a heel because some of your best champions of all time are heel champions because they can get beat. You watch them get their ass beat for 45 minutes, and then they steal it at the end. That's what Ric Flair made his career on. Just getting pounded on and then stealing it at the end.
Yeah.
That's what makes a heel champion so good because you want to tune in to watch him just get beat up.
That's a great point.
And it work. I think Jey Uso works better in that genre than just, hey, I'm going to come out and we're going to do the eating, and then once the match starts, you don't care anymore. You want the match to be over so you could eat again.
That's a fair point. I think that having him right now as the face, I think him being the heel is something they'll continue to drop hints of, I think. I don't think it's going to be something that's going to happen in the next few months because he's just way too hot. And it's still, some merch and some, to sell. It's still, some stadiums to pack out before you take that hard shift and just say, no, you're going to be, a true heel like this.
Yeah, I mean, Cody's going to be gone for a little while.
Yeah.
Roman's going to be gone for a little while. John Cena's going to be gone at the end of the year.
As far as stars, and fans being over, it's him and it's LA Knight kind of right now.
They got a little bit of a problem there. I mean, who those guys? You have Seth Rollins being the guy.
Yeah, I apologize.
Well, I mean,
I apologize.
But we talked a couple weeks ago after the last big AEW show how Will Ospreay and Swerve are going to be gone for a bit, getting some injuries cleaned up. Who's going to step up and take care of those roles? Who's going to take those Cody and Roman and John Cena roles?
Yeah.
to me, that's a much harder fill for the WWE than AEW, because AEW's got a lot of up and coming guys. They've already kind of they're bumping up Kyle Fletcher. He's getting a world title shot at the next pay-per-view against Hangman Page.
I mean, but they can still lean on CM Punk, man.
Yeah,
and Seth Rollins.
Sure, but I mean, how many times can you give us the same thing?
Well, yeah, Punk and Rollins, obviously. Gunther will be back at some point. So I think those three are kind of the face or future of WWE post Roman, Cena. I think that they'll try Jey again just because of his popularity, but there's no way by July of next year we're talking about Jey holding a title.
You say no way.
There's no way. I mean, you could try it once. They'll try it again because they're out of ideas, but I mean, they barely let him wrestle with the belt.
Yeah.
I mean, he wrestled twice, I think, and it was against Gunther.
Clarification, when you say holding the title, you mean the big boy belt, correct?
Yes, the big boy belt that people care about.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume
either belt, I guess.
Either, yes, sir.
I would assume by the Royal Rumble you'll have Cody and Roman back.
Okay.
Like from what I understand, their parts in the Street Fighter movie are not gigantic roles, and they're going to be gone like 2 months. So they could definitely be back by the end of the year, back for Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
You guys mentioned Gunther. Yeah, he's that heel champion.
He is. He definitely is.
So that you tune in because you're going to see a fight.
Yes, correct. Correct.
So I don't know. It just seems that they kind of need another top guy, but a new top guy for that big picture. Is it LA Knight? We've been waiting for that forever, and it seems like they get us to a point where like, oh, they're finally going to give him that push, and it's like, no,
not yet.
No, you're going to lose again.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think they're setting it up for him to be that next tribal chief kind of guy because of the storyline and what it's been. I mean, if you put it on Solo, like you did, it was great. Like I really did enjoy Solo and what he did. I think putting it on Jey and just that story of him and his brother, is what will sell, that. And him coming in kind of the fold of Roman Reigns and embracing, Roman Reigns and his kind of style. And maybe it changes how he wrestles as well. Maybe he becomes a little more methodical, taking his time a little bit more, not moving, so fast and things like that. So it could be all of those things. Or he can, toe the line, a little bit. Like I see Vanilla Chill mentioning definitely going to try Jey as a tweener maybe. That could be a way to go about it too. I don't know how long that could go, and last like that, because at some point in time, you're going to have to like pick a side for sure, right?
Yeah, you'd think the fans will start to get frustrated with it. Like, and the fans will tell you if it's working or not. They always do.
Fans will tell you, bro. This is true.
Sometimes they listen right away. Sometimes they take their time and then finally go, aha, look at this great idea we had. No, we've been telling you for months to do something different.
All right. Let me go ahead. No,
I know. It's be interesting to see how they progress with this, or this could be another one of those things that we've seen where like, ooh, are they going to do it this way? And then you never hear about it again. And you're like, okay, that was, it just seemed, exactly. Remember Ron Killings? That was fun. It just seems that they like, they're struggling with intriguing stories. So now they can go and be like, hey, the bloodline worked. That was really good. Let's see if we can rekindle that.
Well, a lot of people are talking about how, they've never been more interested in WWE than 2025 and how 2025 has been a great year for WWE. How much of that is just John Cena? And how much of that will just evaporate once Cena's retired?
Yeah, I think that has a lot of it. And imagine had they handled John Cena's last run correctly, how much more interest they could be in it. Yeah. I mean, people talk about, it's so interesting. I hate to be the negative guy and saying stuff, but since WrestleMania, WWE's not been great. The booking has been mid. There's not a lot of things where I'm like, oh God, I can't wait to see how that turns out. It just seems you sent a tweet to me a couple weeks ago, and I can't remember the gentleman who said it, but he had that rant about how the WWE is more interested in making viral moments than telling good stories, and that guy could not have been more correct. Where it's all about what's going to get on Instagram Reels? What's going to get us a shout out on mainstream media? Let's get Jelly Roll out there for his moment. Let's have the crowd yeet for the moment so we can send out all these cool social videos. And that's fine. If that's what you want to do, if you want to be a social media company, be a social media company. Who might argue with that? But it is taking away from the actual day-to-day storytelling where it's more about we need that moment. We need that surprise entrance pop so we can get the fans' reaction and live off of that for a month.
I don't disagree with you. I feel like some of the moves I've seen them make, I keep saying, oh, man, you're kind of alienating wrestling, and you're forgetting this is wrestling. And you're going to find out the hard way, sometime when things like that happen. Because I've seen it. I mean, it's happened like that before WCW hit. It's why you left WWF and what they were doing. It wasn't really about wrestling. It was just guys doing stuff. And like you said, Shawn Michaels was cool, and Big Daddy Diesel was cool, but outside of that, I did not want to watch Doink the Clown. You know what I mean?
And I get it. Entertainment is literally in the company's name.
Yeah.
But, you still gotta satisfy the itch for the wrestling at some point.
It has to be.
I just want to stand up for Doink.
That's what I said. No disrespect.
OG Doink. Original Doink.
Matt Bourne.
Matt Bourne.
No disrespect.
That's something very interesting that I feel like wrestling could.
I liked.
We should bring back Evil Clowns.
I like when he was a heel. I liked Doink because his music was the best.
Doink was a guy that I thought was stupid when it was going on because I was at that age where I was just like, clowns are dumb. But now as I look back on it, I can appreciate the character a lot more.
Well, and now that I know that there was two Doinks behind the face paint, and there was one that was like really cutting, there was three, cutting and like vicious and sort of evil. Like that awesome. Doink's interesting.
Yeah, that Doink was very interesting.
Watered it down.
Yeah, it was like the Joker.
Don't forget about Dink.
Yeah,
it's the opposite of El Grande Americano.
It's true.
Ludwig is taking this and running with it.
They've got 3 of them now. Shout out. All right, let's talk about AJ Lee, who Giggity is saying is aging backwards. This is true. She showed up on Smackdown in Chicago. People went absolutely bananas and insane. She showed up on Raw to talk. Again, people went absolutely bananas and insane. It's great to see her back. It's great to see her getting this moment because she was, again, at a time where she was the first of her kind, and the WWE wasn't really going in the direction that she was in. And so she didn't really get the respect for what she kind of did in the ring. Now she's at a time where I feel like she can get that respect, and with the right person like Becky Lynch, who has been incredible. Becky Lynch has been phenomenal. She is must-see TV for me, man. Like when I'm like, Becky Lynch comes, I got to watch this. She about to entertain me right now. This is about to be hilarious, and she has not let me down yet. I mean, telling Kobe White his ass about to be traded. Like that was just gold.
Did you call Peck and Goat and be like, we might have to have an emergency podcast soon? Becky's got some inside information.
She's breaking news right here.
Forget Woj. We got Becky Lynch on. She's got the scoop.
The Becky bomb, baby. Like she got it. But AJ Lee returning, telling about why she was gone. She talked about therapy. Shout out to the fans chanting therapy when she was talking about it. That was awesome. But as someone who didn't really truly watch AJ Lee, I'm curious as to your opinion as watching her go forward now. Like, what did you see? What did you like? What didn't you like?
I mean, as I said our last show last week, like when she was at the top of her game and had her run, it was a time where I was not super hardcore in wrestling. Wasn't watching weekly, so I don't share in the excitement that people that were there for it do. I can appreciate and respect what she brought, but I'm just not like, oh my God, I can't wait to see her again, because I don't, it wasn't your time. It was, I wasn't there for the first round, so I just want to see, if it's her and Becky here for a while, it could be good. Becky has someone that can match her on the microphone and match her in the ring, and we saw what she was able to do with Lyra and those matches, and she elevated her. So it's Lyra, by the way. It's the perfect person to get AJ back into the groove with, because Becky can Becky's one of those rare wrestlers that can wrestle a mop and make it look like a 5-star match.
And I feel AJ's going to prove to you that she's on a similar level.
Like I know she signed multi-year. She's back for good. It's not just a hey, we need to sell tickets to WrestlePalooza type of thing.
Right.
So I'm sure it's going to take her a little while to get back into the thing. Get her her wrestling legs under her.
Yes.
And it's a different world. It's a different WWE than it was when she's going to wrestle different kinds of matches because no matter who she's in the ring with, unless they put her in with a freaking Bella, she's going to have someone that can go toe to toe with her, which is probably not what she's used to.
No, not at all.
But even then, she'll get more than 5 minutes to wrestle. And even with the Becky stuff, you bringing up Lyra, I mean, AJ even mentioned she's your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler,
really is.
And you even see Roxanne Perez just fawning the fact that AJ Lee is back. Yeah. Like that's an easy setup that in some way Roxanne will take on AJ, whether that's at WrestleMania or beyond.
I think that's a great point to bring up as far as options are concerned for her, because those options just weren't really there.
Get her going again with a series with Becky, and then you can then pass her off to. Help her get the next AJ Lee to that status, whoever that is. If it's Roxanne Perez, if it's put her in there, make Tiffany Stratton get better, please.
We'll see how that goes.
You've got a ton of great women talent these days that the list goes on and on. Where if AJ is back and she's back as being one of the best women wrestlers on the planet, then that's a huge win for the WWE and the rest of their women's division because it's only going to make everybody else better.
Absolutely true. Giggity saying, notice when Becky dissed all the Chicago teams, she didn't mention the Bears because Seth Rollins is a Bears fan. Absolutely correct.
Well, Becky Lynch is a Bears fan too.
Correct.
She's been to Bears games.
She has, and spoken very politely.
And as we were reminded of. Once again last night, out-of-towners don't need to hurt Bears fans. The Bears do it on their own better than anybody else. Nobody can hurt Bears fans more than the freaking Bears themselves.
Yeah, it's true. It's a thing. It's a long season.
And we keep coming
7
back.
to 8 wins.
We fall for it every.
I said 7 to 8 wins this year. I didn't go for it this year.
We fall for it every.
I did
every
not
time.
fall for it.
They possibly lost to the best team in the division.
Yeah,
and by Santos makes that kick.
Bears ways,
they could have smashed them though.
I have seen much worse Bears games.
Yes.
Agreed.
People were looking for a Super Bowl performance, and
listen,
it's Ben's first time. Basically, it's Caleb's.
I
first
wouldn't
time,
have cared. Like I expected them to lose that game because the Vikings are really good.
Yeah,
and it's all the first game and all that stuff. But I just. It was the way they lost that was frustrating. Not that they lost. They had that game
to be up like 30-6,
and then they Bearsed it.
Then they Bearsed it, but it is a little different though.
Yeah, we only got 16 more to sit through.
No more Bears wrestling.
Yes. And let's talk about John Cena.
Let's talk about William Perry in WrestleMania 2
with the mallet. John Cena and Brock Lesnar during Cena's open challenge match for the U.S. title against Sami Zayn, which was a really awesome match, I must say. Forget sans the millions and millions of advertisement. I understand why, but
well, I mean, when else are you going to show commercials except for when the actual wrestling matches are going on?
Also, way to take the PISS out of my rant. I mean, come on, this is the first time I watch wrestling in maybe 6 years. Yes. I'm so excited to watch this Zayn and Cena back and forth. It takes them about 15 minutes to even get to the ring. Halfway through, I'm pretty sure Cena's promo, they cut to commercial while he's talking, and then they come out and Sami's like, oh, you want to have a match? They go to a break. They come back. It's mid-match. They somehow take another break, and in that like half and half box, like Sami and Cena both try pins. You know what I know is not going to happen? The match ending there. Like, you're in a commercial showing Subway footlongs. I know that as a wrestling fan, I could tune out because the finish is not going to happen there. It's like an hour-long segment, which I don't hate. I like Cena and Zayn getting that much, but you have Cena wrestling on TV. Why are you cutting away to commercials on that? I think it's stupid planning.
But that's
I feel like I took the
and they also got me to watch 2 ad breaks, so good for them.
Oh, shout out to them.
Yeah, and you remember that one of the commercials was for Subway footlongs, so They did their job.
I'm going to need you to drop that mic next time, Sean. Please just let that go. That was awesome. But he was right. But yeah, like everything he said is absolutely right.
Yeah.
And then Brock Lesnar comes out, spins Cena around, hits him with the F5, basically setting up the match that we kind of all knew was coming. So still zero excitement for this match.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
Well, my big question, and I was thinking about this coming over here.
Okay.
I think part of the reason there's no excitement is because nobody really wants to watch Brock Lesnar versus Cena.
Okay.
However, Cena likely chose Lesnar. I think that's something that we haven't brought up. People are like, well, why are they bringing back Brock Lesnar? Because he could sell merchandise and because he's a huge name. But also, Cena is wrestling the people that he wants to wrestle. I think if he said, I want to wrestle CM Punk would put down his beef with the Saudi Arabian government and fly over there and wrestle him. If he wants to fight Jake Paul, he'll fight Jake Paul. If he wants to fight Brock Lesnar, he'll fight Lesnar. So I think part of this is, we got to give at least not Cena credit, but if we're talking about Brock Lesnar being back, I think Cena has a lot to do with it. Does that mean Cena wins, though?
Probably.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why would they have Cena lose now that he's a babyface again? His second to last match, third to last match, whatever it is.
That's what I thought. But it also just kind of seems too obvious of him winning, and it's also Brock, and Brock winning just seems obvious.
I feel like it's setting something up.
But what does Brock winning accomplish? He's not coming back long term.
But they love Brock. Like I'm just wondering, do we actually see Brock Lesnar lay down and take a 3 count against Cena?
I think so.
Oh, a 3. Oh,
he did it for Goldberg twice.
Well, he did.
And Goldberg couldn't even beat Gunther.
No.
That's a transitive property. Brock Lesnar can't even beat Gunther.
Right.
Jey Uso probably beats Brock at WrestleMania.
Chokes him out.
Makes him immediately tap out.
Tap out. Figure 4. Figure 4. He's tapping out, man.
He gives him the old...
the finger poke him, dude?
The old curly, right? The eye poke.
Oh, he blocked it. Oh, God, he blocked it with his hand. Oh, God.
All right, Sean, like you were talking about, like, it was probably Cena picking him, and there's probably something to do with that.
Yeah.
But if they want Cena to do all these things, like they want to give him the mad respect that he deserves, and they're going to, cater his last run to what he wants, then what about that nonsense about his last match is no longer in Boston? It's now in Washington, D.C., because they literally said... TKO put that match up for bid. They said it's going to be Boston. It's going to be your hometown. It's the perfect setting. Yeah. And now, nope, Washington, D.C. is going to pay us more money than Boston was going to, so we're going to do it there. So where's, that's, to me, that's disrespectful to Cena and Boston. That is a huge wrestling town, especially WWE. I mean, in the old territory days, the Boston Garden, that was one of their... New York, Boston, Philly. They dominated that. You've had some huge events in Boston.
True.
To me, that's a little bit of a slap in the face. But that's the TKO model. It's all about money. That's all they care about.
Yeah, I have nothing to add to that. That is absolutely fact, and I feel the exact same way when I saw that. When it's your final match.
Not that I'm mad. If Boston sports fans are mad, that's a good day in my world. But it's disrespectful to Cena. The man has.
That's all I'm dealing with.
The man has been a soldier for you for 20 years.
Yeah, put him up. He's doing it. Yeah.
And
and to not give him that in his hometown. Yeah,
so you can make
farewell.
So you can make an extra, $50 grand, and then you put it in Washington, and who knows what kind of other stupid nonsense they're gonna do.
Which also worries me. So yeah,
well, gives me another reason to turn it off.
Yeah, man. It should be interesting. But yeah, you're right. That was just a money move, and there's nothing to that to make, there's no heart in that. It was just felt cold. You know what I mean? And like you said, not a Boston fan here.
Right.
But, right is right and wrong is wrong.
It's the same thing they did with WrestleMania. They bring The Rock out to tell you WrestleMania is coming to New Orleans, and then 3 weeks later, just kidding. Las Vegas is giving us more money. Here, we'll give you backlash.
Yeah,
New Orleans.
You like Money in the Bank? We hang a briefcase above the ring. It's cute.
We're hanging at the top of the Superdome. It's gonna be awesome.
It's probably one of our biggest pay-per-views, guys. One of our biggest PLEs.
So and part of the reason I have no excitement for Lesnar Cena, just for the fact that we've seen
real quick, just with the Cena retirement tour. Sorry, because I just want to look up the actual dates. Okay. I think they actually never released his final date. They just had retirement match in December. So I think that it's finally his last Raw will be in Boston, Mass. So I think that's what they're saying is like his final appearance on WWE TV will be in Boston.
Well, I think the original plan was for a Saturday night's main event on NBC, but now that's like not a thing anymore.
It still is.
Okay.
It's going to be a Saturday night main event in December in Washington.
Okay.
So it's still. I think what was planned. It was just
So it's probably going to be what, December 27th, because that's when AEW is doing their December pay-per-view.
I think it says the 10th
in Chicago.
10? In Chicago. Well, guess what, John Cena?
Yeah. The biggest reason I don't have a lot of excitement for this match, beyond the fact that like we've seen it, we saw it 20 years ago, we saw it 15 years ago, we saw it 10 years ago. I can go back and watch these guys in their prime.
Right.
These guys aren't in their prime anymore.
Fair.
Though the Cena Logan Paul match in Paris was
pretty
really
damn good match, man.
It was.
Yeah.
But I know there's no long-term repercussions of this match. It's a one-off.
Okay.
It's a farewell. We're going to do this one last time just to do it. There's no consequences to who wins or loses. Like, Sean just said, I can't see Lesnar losing. Why? It's not going to do anything for him because he's not coming back to be a full-time guy. And even if he was, losing to John Cena on his way out, that's not taking any heat off you. Yeah. That's not lessening your value. To me, it's like I'm more invested in the stuff that will go from there.
Yeah. Okay.
There's nowhere to go from there.
But even then, you're just kind of wasting one of his final matches on just a Lesnar throwaway thing.
His entire year.
Well, agree. That's where I was going with this is like, why should I be watching John Cena's retirement tour outside of it's the last time watching John Cena wrestle? I would just rather watch Cena Lesnar from any of the other WrestleManias, like whatever.
I could watch every match of John Cena's career and watch the classics.
There is no character
for now.
There is no like outside of I'm leaving and I hated wrestling for 2 months. Like there is no angle to this besides John Cena's going to pull out a Styles clash because he wants to.
The angle was
say what up to AJ Styles.
The WWE wanted to have that, holy crap social media moment, and they got it with Brock Lesnar showing up at SummerSlam, and now we got to sit through a match that nobody cares about.
This is where we at.
Not nobody. There are people
care. No, a lot of people care.
I don't care about.
You don't care. Yes, correct. But you're all that matters. So it's all right.
In my world, yes. I'm glad someone else said that.
I'm here for you, man.
Stacy, you listening?
Let's get to this final. You wanted to talk about this, Greg. AJ Styles, after he came out, who's been on a really fun run. It feels like his final too, for sure.
At least with WWE, probably.
Yeah, fair. But it feels different. I'll say that. Watching him go out there and how it's happening for him feels a little bit different. I'm enjoying seeing him get this love from the fans that he's getting, but it feels like he's taking it in a little bit differently and a little more. But he cut a promo during a commercial break. Shout out Sean Anderson. And during that commercial break, I'll read you the quote of what he said.
During a commercial break on Netflix, which blows my mind too. I still haven't figured that one out. Why am I watching commercials when I'm already paying for this?
If I'm paying top tier for that for no commercials, then why?
Yeah,
okay.
Right.
This is the quote. For the first time in my career, I've got no one watching my back. Gallows and Anderson are not here. I'm telling you something you aren't supposed to hear. Somebody doesn't want me here. Interesting take.
Yeah, it's a work.
Just to jump in. Vanilla Chill says WWE posted the promo. Feels like a work. They also on WWE.com posted AJ Styles says nobody wants me here. So
we get it's a work.
And I knew it was going to be a work from the second people started talking about, he just went off during the commercial break. Yeah, because what else are they doing on Netflix these days? A behind-the-scenes Unreal show. And plus, I will never, after the whole Seth Rollins, is he really interested?
Yeah.
I'm never going to trust anything Triple H comes up with ever. It's all, to me, none of it's going to ever be real. I mean, people still think Karrion Kross, that whole thing was a work.
Stage, yeah.
And he'll be back.
I was about to say, isn't he coming back? I heard that's the retirement match for Cena.
Remember Corey Graves did something similar when he was talking about it. You know what I mean? We're like, no, that's a work right there, bro. Like, nah.
So I don't trust anything, especially when one of their new shows on Netflix is about filming backstage drama, whether it's manufactured or not.
And they are the manufacturing company. Okay, this is an interesting take. for that sense of what you can do backstage.
They probably didn't want it to come out like it did. Okay. They probably wanted to save it for Unreal. That's my guess.
Okay.
But you're not going to be able to do something in front of 20,000 people with cell phones and not expect it to get out.
That's true. And maybe they're counting on that also. You know what I mean? Counting on this,
sure.
you guys do part of our job.
Nothing is done by accident.
Yeah, especially when it comes to wrestling, for sure.
At least with this angle, does that mean AJ's going to be setting up a new stable to get a Gallows and Anderson back, or somehow maybe get Michin/Mia Yim back over, or is this going to be he's attacked by somebody and that sets up the
somebody said they're going to put him with Dragon Lee as a tag team so they could be AJ Lee the tag team, so you could have all the AJ Lees.
All the AJ.
Did you see Punk's Instagram story where he had AJ on one side and Lee to the other?
I don't know. I know AJ, I believe, from what people have reported, he signed through February. He signed an extension through February. He wants to wrestle till he's 50.
Okay. And he's how old?
He's 48. Okay. So obviously, if he's going to hit wrestling at 50, it's going to go beyond the length of his current deal.
Yes.
So we'll see how it goes. I love AJ Styles. What he's done. Even the first few years of his WWE run has been great. It hasn't been fantastic lately, and I get it. A lot of that is he's getting up there in age. Yeah, his appeal isn't what it is.
Sure.
I'm sure he's a little frustrated with that.
Sure.
So I'm sure there's a little bit of truth to what he's saying, but I'm not buying that, he's going off script. No.
A little bit of our truth?
Get out of my head. That's exactly what we hanging out too much, Sean. That's exactly what I was thinking, bro.
I look back at some of
for real.
Like WrestleMania. We were excited for AJ Lee versus Logan Paul.
Yeah.
We were like, it's gonna be a great match. Despite of what I feel about Logan Paul as a human being, that's gonna be a great match. And that was AJ Styles, dud.
Yeah.
That was a dud. We sat there and it was like yeah, you could hear a mouse fart in the upper deck. Yes, that's how quiet it was in there.
Shout out to that mouse.
I think just also with AJ, he is the type that I think can easily get bored with wrestling.
Yeah.
And if he is bored, I think that he would look for something else. I wouldn't be surprised if he wrestled for 10 more years at AEW. Like, he just seems like a complete wrestling lifer that would never be able to hang it up. He made his name in TNA. I wouldn't be... I see why they would lean into this angle, because it does seem, quote-unquote, believable, but I also hear you that you can't believe anything that this WWE
maybe
is doing.
Maybe it's a way that they get him to, do some more stuff with TNA.
Why are y'all in my brains?
Because...
get out of here.
Because they're looking to put TNA on Wednesday night to go head-to-head with AEW. Ooh, I'm sure that's got Tony Khan shaking. This was TNA's one of their shows last week, or last month. Didn't even register. Nielsen only reports the top 50 shows. It didn't even register on Nielsen. So that's not gonna go to head to head. Nobody's watching TNA.
But they will watch when, like 2002, when Ric Flair was the Raw general manager, AJ Styles is the TNA general manager.
Oh, you just got me excited.
No, I didn't.
A little bit.
Selfishly, I would love to see AJ Styles have an AEW run before it's done, because AJ Styles has always done his best work in the ring, or in a cemetery with the Undertaker. He's done his best work in between bells. He's never been the greatest promo guy. He's gotten much better as has gone on. You compare what he's doing now to some of those early days in TNA, but he's always done his best work in between bell to bell, and that's what AEW. I think he would have a really good run there, if that's what he wants to do in February.
Jeremy in the chat saying the main issue with WWE, and this has kind of been a common thread in this show today, their main issue is their reliance on old stars. Since Trips has taken over responsibility of the main roster, their developmental prospects have suffered tremendously.
It's 100% accurate.
Shout out to my man JD. That's a good, awesome.
It's right, but that's always kind of been. Except for a few short periods of time, that's always been the WWE's MO.
Yeah, it's
like, we have these established stars. We're gonna they're our guys.
Yeah,
they only got forced to use different guys. Back in the late '90s, when Hogan was gone, Savage was gone, Razor and Diesel were gone. They all left. they had to make new stars, and that's when Stone Cold and The Rock, organically rose.
Yeah.
And then, in the mid 2000s, now The Rock and Stone Cold are gone, and then that's when Cena came, and you see some of the other guys that rose from the ruthless aggression era. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But they usually only rely on younger talent when they absolutely have to.
It's true. And I think they're in a good place in their mind. They're in a good place with it as far as
they probably
the stadiums are filling up.
They probably look at Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns as still young guys.
Well, that's a good point. And they're not moving off of those guys no time soon.
Because they're still selling tickets.
Yeah, exactly. So, again, as long as those stadiums are filling up, as long as people are watching and tuning in, because, again, this was a big, huge deal. And now they're moving to ESPN as well. So stars is what they're more focused on selling right now, for sure.
Like, I don't know the accuracy, and I don't know the intricals about ratings on a Netflix, but Dave Meltzer reported yesterday that the last week's episode of Raw on Netflix, September 1st. Now, granted, that was also Labor Day. People were doing it was the least watched episode on Netflix by far, and like the ratings haven't been.
It was
great.
an adjusted start time too, right? I think they started that early.
I believe aren't they doing that?
They're doing that moving forward. Yeah,
7 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
Oh, to not compete with Monday Night Football.
Yes, correct. 7 Eastern, 6
Here's
Central.
the thing: like, I don't know, like, are they just basing it on people who watch it live? Are they basing it on overall views ESPN over a certain thing? I just mean for Netflix, because I rarely ever watch it live.
Oh, you're talking about
the raw ratings.
The ratings, okay.
But see, eventually, this is gonna. WWE Network was amazing.
Yes, it was.
It was everything in one place. I only had to buy one subscription, and I got it all. And then it moved to Peacock. And now some of it went to Netflix, and now it's off of Peacock, but some of it might stay there. And now I got to go to ESPN, and if I want to watch Smackdown, I either have to get YouTube TV or cable. It's too much. It's asking a lot of your fans, and eventually the ratings will suffer, because it's like, I can't afford another $30 a month just to watch this.
The oversaturation of
you even got
kick them in
Stephanie McMahon out there telling people to VPN it. That's counterproductive.
Don't forget the podcast either. They got those as well. So
it's just it's a lot.
Also, I don't think Stephanie has no idea what a VPN is and what people will use the VPN to do with her product.
She thought she was saying her dad's initials.
Voodoo Kid Mafia.
Yeah.
Oh man! All right, we're gonna wrap this up. When we come back, preferably next week, to do this, we're gonna do something fun that Greg has come up with, and can't wait to tell y'all about it. And it's gonna be really fun to do. Everybody will be involved. I know, Sean.
I can't wait for you guys to tell me.
I'm gonna tell you as soon as we go off the air. Was my plan, and I'm gonna stick to that plan. Thank y'all for joining us.
Plan.
Thank y'all for hanging out with us. That awesome human being on the ones and twos is my man, Sean Anderson. Please watch everything he's doing on CHGO White Sox. This awesome human being right here is the special advocate, Greg Boysen. Right? Make sure you're reading every single thing that man is writing, and catch him when he guest appears on CHGO Blackhawks. But make sure you're reading everything he is writing.
Every home game, post game, I'll be on this.
Come on, man. And tell them where they can read your writing at.
BlackhawkUp.com is where my hockey thoughts are at. And hopefully as soon as this weekend, I'm starting another hockey podcast.
What?
So, yeah.
That man, he's be working. Tune in, man.
Hey,
I'll be the first guest on there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're in.
We're talking hat tricks and
there you go.
The end.
Let's do that hockey.
Let's do that hockey, baby. They turn that jersey around. Nope, not saying that. Thank y'all. I'm Big Dave, CHGO Bulls, man. We catch y'all next time. Like, subscribe. We appreciate you. Peace.